Hey there, thanks for tuning into Navstar. Today we are reviewing the Avios Grand Tundra V2, an incredible short takeoff and landing bush plane by Hobbyking that is suitable for both beginners and experts alike. Bush planes are the ultimate off-road flyers. It started in the early 20th century with surplus World War I equipment like the Curtiss M4 Jenny, and rapidly became a fan favorite in the wilds of Canada where roads didn't exist. It soon became a staple for access to the backcountry, and because of its short takeoff and landing, made it perfect for those purposes. Alright folks, here we go with the Maiden of the Avios Grand Tundra V2. Up, down, left, right.
Ready to fly. Throttle active. Telemetry on. Engine on.
And up she goes. That was easy.
Battery 90%.
Oh yeah. I don't need any trimming. I had it set up right. That's good. Let's bring those flaps up. Plenty of rudder authority.
Battery 80%.
Nice. Okay, so I'm flying her on 4S on the Maiden just to get used to it. 6S is going to be a ripper. She seems nice and mellow. I knew I wouldn't have trouble with this plane. They were right. Bigger planes are easier to fly. All right. Well, she's in the honey category, that's for sure. Kind of whip her around with the rudder here. See how she does on a flyby. All right, that's cool. She's doing good. Let's put that flaps one up.
Battery 60.
Bring her around. Yeah, she likes those flaps. Oh yeah. How fun is this? How fun is that? Go Avios. Flaps up. Back in the pattern. Love it. So we've got a guy at the club here who is a Tundra maestro. That guy can make that aircraft do some amazing things. And I've asked him to come and be a guest pilot here on Navstar. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what he can do with this plane. There she goes. Wow, she's beautiful in the air. I love the gear. She handles beautifully. Heck, this would be a great first or second plane even. I mean, my gosh. A large profile aircraft like this, as I've been told, is easier to fly. Let's do a touchdown. See how that goes. Honey. Very cool.
3 minutes.
Looks great in the sky. Looks like the real thing. Cut back on the throttle. Continue the turn. Let's try that in the grass. The way God intended it. She's a floater too. Oh yeah. Nice.
Battery 30%.
All right, let's come home.
Low battery 28%. Low battery 27%. Flaps 1. Low battery 26%. Low battery 25%. Low battery 24%.
Oh yeah.
All right, enough of the Maiden. Let's get my good friend Jim on the sticks, who is an outstanding pilot and loves the Grand Tundra platform. So let's let that speak for itself.
All right, the Avios Grand Tundra version 2 is here. And boy, it has only gotten better. You know, we've got a lot of folks at the club here who are just fanatical about the Tundra flight platform, and the Grand Tundra is an order of magnitude greater. We tested it today. You could fly it as a beginner because it's a large, docile plane, or you could take it to the limit with some really intense aerobatics, as you saw from pilot Jim. This was an easy assemble. I would encourage anyone to go out there and get it and tackle it. If you haven't taken on a Tundra before, this is a great platform to begin with, largely because it's a larger plane. And I didn't know it until I flew it, but larger planes are actually easier to fly. So with full flaps and a very docile flight window, this plane can just hover. We had a lot of fun messing around with it. We pushed it to the limit today, and we flew it with both the 4S Turnigy and the 6S Bolt Turnigy. I think it's 4,200 milliamp hours, and we got some really good flight time out of it. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching our videos, and go out and get yourself a Grand Tundra version 2. These are fantastic planes. This is a staple for the Hobbyking lineup. So looking forward to getting this out there in circulation and seeing some of your reviews. Give us a comment, give us a question. We're happy to answer it. We don't know the answer, we'll get it for you, but we really appreciate all the likes and subscribes. So the Grand Tundra by Avios version 2, it's a winner.
All right, 5 out of 5 on the fly rating. What's not to like about this bird? She was a lot of fun and easy to fly. Build rating, 5 out of 5, super easy to build. Go ahead and tackle it without fear. And finally, for the newbies, 4 out of 5 if you go with a 4S. 6S might be too much for you, and watch your flight envelope on that one. The model was kindly provided by Hobbyking for review. Thank you very much for your trust in our process and our hopefully honest opinions. And we really appreciate the likes and subscribes. So anyhow, let's get on to the unbox and build. If you want to hang around, we try to put as much detail in here as necessary. But nonetheless, she came well packaged. The box included in the kit were the struts, the landing gear, and all the other equipment. I really like the landing gear, by the way. That is a really stout set of gear, both the main landing gear and the tail wheel. So, good packaging, as I mentioned. It's a pretty big box. It comes with an FPV canopy, if you'd like to put it on there. All the wings were obviously pre-assembled, with the exception of the push rods, but it seemed to be really good quality and well made, as usual. I expect nothing less from Avios. Of course, with all these pinch foam hinges, I like to add a smear of hot glue on there, real thin, just to give them a little more strength. But they really don't need it, just so I can sleep better at night. Nice connections on the inside of the wings on the root, which really make it easy to disassemble and put back together. The control surfaces for the horizontals are the same pinch foam. I think there's an integrated hinge in there somewhere. I'm not exactly sure. Really cool inflatable tires. Just fill them up with a basketball pump if you need to. I like them nice and soft like that. They were awesome to fly with. And here's the mighty fuselage. Well thought out, really stout connections on the wing roots there. Really good assembly points for the gear. And good sized servos on the back. So, all in all, a very well constructed aircraft. I think all the key points that are under load were well made. I loved the access to the fuselage from the rear. That's where I put my flight controller. And a very roomy fuselage interior with a removable battery tray, which is great. Actually, I didn't start using that towards the end, and I wish I'd done it sooner, because it's awesome to be able to put your battery in there and pull it out, put it back in again with ease. Got the basic assembly instructions. Don't forget the rudder. We put her on there, and that was not a problem at all. Okay, getting into the assembly. Make sure you use the right screws for the purposes that are required. There's different sizes in there. Just take a quick look at them and compare the measurements to the instructions. There is a small little bushing that goes in at the base of the main landing gear. You want to make sure you get that in right. Just pay attention to the instructions. I mean, if you have some experience, you can dive into this without the instructions, but I would recommend the newcomer does. Tail assembly was straightforward. It just pops in over the hooks and with a singular screw holds it in place. Tail wheel, very robust. I like the way it has individual springs running to the rudder to take the load off the rudder and can absorb some overload situations if you have any. Horizontal stabilizers go in quite easily, as you can see. A couple of screws and that's all she wrote. She does have a support system to it, which we'll get into in a minute. Of course, check your servos, make sure everything's at neutral, and run your servo tester on those like we do. There are the horizontal stabilizer support rods. Really good to have those on there. 2 carbon fiber rods, one small, one large, larger one in the front, slides in easily and installs with 4 screws, just as pretty as you please. Working on the underside of the aircraft to get the push rods in really wasn't a big problem. Took some minor adjustments to get them right. Again, make sure your servos are in neutral before you do this. They do have clip-ons on each end, which really aren't that difficult to put in. So very, very easy assembly. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. We're going to keep putting out some more content. Thank you very much and have a great day no matter what. God bless.